Hey everyone, I got a very exciting call, introduction, whatever you want to call it, because we are going to talk about another off-market deal. But before we get into the details, we need to welcome our guest, Adam Abajan from the Hub in Fresno. How you doing today, Adam?
Good. Thanks for having me, Michael. Much appreciated.
Oh, you got it, man. So I love working with you. You're a hustler. You're doing all the right things. And when in doubt, you bring opportunities to the fans of One Rental at a Time, this YouTube channel. So I appreciate you. And why
Of
don't you talk
course.
about the deal you found today before we bring it up? How'd you find it? All those kinds of things.
Yeah, so this property I got, I was speaking to one of the ladies in code enforcement, and she mentioned this particular home was a big nuisance for them. And so it's just been sitting there, got in contact with the owner. They needed to sell the place. They've been sitting on it for a while. It was actually a flip of theirs that they ran into some trouble with back in the day. And so wanted to pick it up, got
Yeah.
it under contract, and looking to see what I can do with it.
Adam, I got to tell you, just the fact that you target so many different ways, whether it's probate, code enforcement, other things, it's just really admirable to see the hustle and drive that you bring to this. So just know that you deserve all the
Thank you.
success that comes your way. So why don't you go ahead and share your screen so we can start talking about this property?
Yeah, one sec. All right. So here is our subject property right here. It's 522 South Tillman Avenue
Hmm.
here in Fresno, California. Let's see. Our potential with the property as it sits, fair market rent's going to be around $1,000 for the property.
Uh-huh.
Can be a great flip or a rental. Has the outcome to be both, whatever you plan on doing.
Hmm.
And right now we're asking 60 grand for the property. It's
Okay.
going to need to be in cash, and it will be sold completely demoed out, as you will see with some pictures.
All right, real quick. So do you have on, maybe it's the next slide, kind of how many bedrooms, baths, square footage, stuff like that?
Yeah, right
Oh,
here.
gotcha. Let's talk about that. Then I can ask questions. Oh, there we
Perfect. So it's 824 square feet, two bed, one bath.
go. Okay.
It's been fire damaged. I mainly started in the back of the house and carried over the roof line a little bit.
Okay.
Uh, talk about that in a little bit. Like I just said, started in the back and kind of
So just real quick, when you say the back, do you mean like the backyard, or do you
the
mean the rear
back
yard?
of the back of the house.
Oh,
So it
okay.
burned kind of the back bedrooms, and then it kind of hit the ceiling a little bit, and went along the roof line.
Okay. And you're saying this came from code enforcement. So you said code enforcement, owners owned it a while. So I'm guessing squatters got in and did what squatters do, probably because there was no power or electricity, and started a little fire that became a big fire that became even a bigger fire. Am I guessing?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah. So they had you've been in the market a little bit, huh? So
I've been in the market a little bit.
tried to flip it, couldn't do it. Just wasn't working out with them and their partner, and so apparently it was sitting vacant. Code enforcement tagged it, and then they had some squatters come in and ended up starting that fire in the back.
Okay. All right. Well,
Now everything's boarded up, but
it
that
happens. Okay.
started.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So,
All right. What else you got? Okay.
and then the only other thing I was
Oh,
going to add is close to Roding Park and Fresno Zoo up north a little bit.
yeah. So I know this area. I have rentals around there. It's a solid rental area. You could certainly flip something like this, but again, if you're watching this channel, you're probably interested in rentals. This would be an area where you could rent all day long. A lot of these people will grew up as renters. Their families were renters. They'll be renters. It's 2 bedroom, one bath. So family with some kids. It has a big yard, right? I think the lot was like 5,000 square feet. You told me yesterday when I looked at this deal. So yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, some photos for you. Here's the front. Like I said, it's boarded up. And as you'll see, there's trash on the side. We'll see it in a little bit.
You think that water heater's to code? You think just sitting there in the front yard's a good idea?
Well, I was looking for it to be hooked up somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So
It's not double strapped.
gonna need a new water heater for sure.
That's funny.
But as you'll see coming up, all this trash that we have here on the side is going to be
Oh,
demoed out.
wow.
But as
So,
you can see on the top
so
photo, oh, go ahead.
yeah, so real quick, I didn't know what you meant by demoed out. Now I do, right? So
Yeah.
this is exactly the reason I didn't say yes to this deal. As you know, we're doing a rather large flip in Madera. And if folks, if you haven't seen it yet, we did a 90-second video on it yesterday. It's the video with a bobcat and a dumpster in it. And that's why I didn't pick up this one. I didn't say yes to this because I already have a monster flip underway. And I'd rather not do two of them at the same time. This trash in the backyard, just close your eyes. It's going to be all gone. Adam says he's going to demo it out. So that's on him to do. So that means you get to focus on the house. That's what we agreed to when we're doing this video, right, Adam?
Yeah, and Mike, I like demoing it out too, just because even for my own sake, sometimes I can't determine what I want to do with the house until I see the whole layout and can kind of have a bigger picture to play with, or a blank canvas. So I kind of like doing that. It makes it a little bit less intimidating when you walk on the property too.
Makes sense. Okay.
But in the top photo or in the bottom one, that's the backyard for the most part. So you can see it did get some of on the top picture, did get some of that roof and kind of carried down a little bit as well.
Yeah, to me, this looks like, again, I've never been to this property. I've only seen these pictures. It almost looks like it started in the backyard and caught the house on fire. That's what it looks like to me, but I don't know.
Correct. The top photos from the other side of the back, so that's still where it's burned is still technically the back.
Right.
But yeah, exactly what happened. So let's see what.
And then hold on this picture on the bottom. Can you go back?
Ooh, yeah.
No, yeah, that one. That white wall that I see on the bottom, is that industrial? Because that looks like it has barbed wire on the top, if I'm looking at it right. I'm guessing there's.
Oh, correct. Yes. You do have an industrial building next to it. I talked to the neighbors. They're not a nuisance. It's not loud or anything in that sense. But that is correct. And then to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
But the fire didn't go backwards. It clearly still actually has some green grass if I see it right.
Correct.
Okay. Makes sense.
To the left, the white truck, you've got other neighbors on the left of you as well.
Oh, the white truck's a neighbor.
Yeah, single family home.
Got it. Okay, single family home. Got it. Okay, cool.
All right. Next, the top photo is just a side photo of it. The roof didn't get too burnt there, but it does need to be replaced.
Oh yeah, the roof's not too burned, but it's got to go. I mean, there's no way that's watertight.
And then the bottom photo is a photo of the actual back of the house showing where the fire started. So those back rooms did get burned.
Yeah, and they were just bedrooms, right? Do you know?
Correct.
Yeah, They were the bedrooms. Yeah. So again, that's good, right? No plumbing. You're obviously gonna have to rewire the house, but I guess you'll look at the plumbing for sure, but it's not like it was in the kitchen or something like that. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And the last one, I just have one of the right side of the house when you're looking at it. That damage again, as you can see, went up onto the roof.
Yeah.
I don't have any interior photos. You guys, if someone would like to check it out, by all means. Just wasn't taking off those boards at the moment. Didn't have.
Yeah. So a couple of things. First off, do you know that you have a cat on top of your roof?
I saw it. Yeah. Scared me for a second. I thought it was a squatter moving up in the ads. Swear to God, scared me for a second. But,
you can hear the pitter patter on the roof, right? That's funny. Yeah. And then about as far as getting inside, you have not been inside at all.
I have not been inside. I was able to look inside, so I know that the whole property wasn't burned.
Okay. So like you saw the kitchen or you saw the front room, or what do you mean you
saw? I kind of just peered in. Everything's going to need to be demoed out regardless.
Yeah.
Just been sitting vacant long enough to the point where everything's just been kind of collecting with age and it be replaced.
So if somebody was looking to give you 60 grand or get in the contract, but they wanted to see it first, you or they could go through, because you control the property, you have rights to get in and all that, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
All right. I like it. And again, all this trash we see that would scare lots of people, that's going to be all gone because you're going to spend the money to demo.
Put it all on my truck.
You put it all on your truck. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And then it's just some miscellaneous info like we were talking about. You're going to need a new roof, new rewiring, and then an HVAC system as well, whether you do a pack or whatever you choose to do. You need a full interior remodel as well, obviously. Whoops. And then that last note is that we're going to be selling it demoed out. Always skips that. Always just
so go back to that other one. So again, in my mind, I do lots of flips, obviously. And again, the reason I'm not doing this one is I already have a project just like this underway. You would already, for most flips, have to do new electrical a new roof and HVAC. This one, you're going to be doing new electrical. Good news is it will be demoed out, so it's all there for you. And all of my stuff I buy, I have to do a full interior remodel anyway. So, this one looks worse just because of all the burned trash in the back, which again, Adam is saying he's going to take care of that for you. So that's nice. So let's look at the comps that you were looking at.
Yeah. And so our comps, skips. First comp, just a little bit north of the property. Same size, just a little bit smaller in terms of square footage. They did a pretty typical rental rehab on the property. This one sold for $122,500 this year.
Yeah. So again, this property your property is 824 square feet, just to get in context, right?
Correct.
Okay.
824, 2 bed, 1 bath.
Okay.
Another one on Tillman Avenue. just a little bit smaller as well, a little bit nicer rehab on this one, and just sold about above 140 grand late last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got one more on Strother, an extra bed, just a little bit smaller size and square footage, and sold it at 140 grand as well. They did a little bit nicer rental rehab, or nice kind of like little flip as well on this one.
This actually is an interesting point, right? Because yours is 824 square feet. I wonder, again, I've not been inside. I've not seen anything that that the viewers of this have seen. But I wonder if you could, given that you're going to have to configure it anyway, if you could find a third bedroom, right? Because again, as a landlord, right, a third bedroom, brand new, probably gets you 1150, maybe 12, but let's say 1150. Whereas a two, it's more like 1,000. So
yeah, and if you're able, and if it's demoed out, and all you need to do is add the framing and add a closet in one of those and split something, might be a great idea.
Yeah, so I mean, if somebody looks at it, they need to go through and look at it. I've not seen it. I've not done it. I've not driven this. I know nothing. I've seen pictures just like you. But again, I'm looking at this as an eye of a potential buyer. And again, if I didn't have that Madera project underway, I'd have picked this one up. So
yeah,
pretty interesting.
This is a 30 square foot, I think approximately less than the one we're looking at. So they have a third bed and they got it in there somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Always can be done. Always can be done.
There you go.
So those are the comps I was looking at, just off the top of my head. And then I have, just if you wanted to reach me as well, contact info. We could always check out more photos. Ever wanted to go see the property, you could take the boards off the house and go inside.
So folks, if you're watching this still, again, $60,000 going to be trashed out. If you're interested, it's going to have to be cash, obviously, because it won't get a loan. Could be an interesting burr project, perhaps, if that's the way you want to go. I would suggest reaching out to Adam quickly if you're interested in tackling a project like this. And I would obviously get inside for two reasons. One, I wanted to see that only portion of the house is burned. And then second, I'd be really, really interested to see if we could somehow create a third bedroom. Those are the things I would be looking at if I was going to say yes to this at $60K. But in the end, you can have a lot more questions. I'd suggest calling or texting Adam immediately at 559-360-9622. And I said that phone number so people listening on the podcast can also see it. So again, text or call Adam at 559-360-9622. Any last thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, the only other thing I was going to say was if there's someone out of town to where they don't want to make a 2, 3, 4 hour drive, you can always let me know. I'll go out there, get inside, and get a video walkthrough just so everyone can see the layout.
You could even quote unquote FaceTime it or whatever. Is that what it's called? FaceTime?
FaceTime, yeah. I mean, you are getting old, like you said.
Shut up. All right, everybody.
I'm free to take videos and show everyone, what they're looking at. 100%. Be happy to.
All right, very cool, man. All right, well, again, if you're interested, $60K, interesting project, going to take some work, no doubt. It's a firehouse. So let us know what you think, or let Adam know what you think. All right, buddy. Have a great day.